Yo guys, what's going on? Pandrea here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In this video, we're gonna go over the double lift and more specifically how to make the double lift not look like Alright, on this channel I try to give you the basics and give you ways to do it so that they improve the technique that you know, or basically if you're learning them from the start, learn it correctly so then you don't have to relearn it later. The double lift is one of the most powerful moves in Magic, we all know this, and it's the most overused move. I mean, you can do this, literally do a double lift, put it in their hand, snap your fingers, and you get the craziest reaction. But what I hate is to watch people do the double lift either incorrectly or just straight up bad. So in this video we're going to go over different types of double lifts, ones that I've used in the past. My double lift is always changing, but more importantly we're going to go over the get readies of these double lifts, and the get readies or the pinky breaks or whatever you want to call them, because if that part is awkward then the whole move is going to look awkward and probably going to be called out on it. So let's get into how to get the get readies, different types of ways to get those get readies and get ready to do that double lift, and then different ways to turn over the card. And you could go ahead and combine the get ready with your own turnover and kind of make it your own. So let's get into it right now. Alright, let's just jump right into it. Now, doing a double lift, there's two ways to do it. One with a break, one without a break. And there's different ways to get a break. So let's go over different ways to get your break. Okay, the very standard way to get a break, and this is, I don't recommend this, but probably everybody does this in the beginning, is to push over two cards and then come back and get your break. Now, I'm not gonna say that this is wrong to do. It just, when the spectators are looking here, if you're talking and you do this, then that could call attention to your hands and you might not want to do this. Now, granted, this is an okay method to get a break under maybe one card or even two cards if you're gonna do it, if you tilt your hand. Okay, so if you're actually coming here and doing something, moving something, there I just got my break, and because it's hidden, right? So keep that in mind. So yeah, just push over two cards with the thumb and then bring them back, square everything up and get that pinky underneath, and that is the first way to get a break. Not the best, but it can be used sometimes. The second way to do it is by riffling up the back of the deck. Now this again is something that I have used in the past. Remember, all of these is sort of my evolution of the double lift. So I've used these in the past and I'm sure you guys use them as well, but I'll show you a few ways to get around how to make them look a little bit better. If you are going to riffle up from the back to get your break, so you're riffling and then you stop at two cards to get your break, what you're gonna want to do that is to cover it up by riffling the front as well. So it would look like this. I have no break here, I riffle the back, I get my break, I riffle the front, and then I just wait. Alright, and I don't go into the move straight away. So the get readies, always you want to try to do it before you go into the move right away. So that is the second way to get a break. You riffle, get your break on there too, but then you don't want to just stop there and you don't want to do your double lift right away. You want to get your break, riffle, get your break, and then also clean it up or sort of make it invisible by riffling up the top as you talk. Alright, so in an action, it'll be like this, and now you wait and then you go into the move. Alright, moving on, the third way to get a double lift is to do a pinky count for two cards and then get that break that way. Now this is a little bit harder, but it is invisible from the front, especially if you tilt up a little bit like this, and then you'll get your pinky break by counting two cards with the pinky. Now at first, this is almost impossible if you don't know the subtleties for it, because I was trying to learn this for the longest time and I just couldn't do it. So what you want to do is sort of take your pinky, press down on it, and bevel the cards this way, okay? So once the cards are beveled this way, it's much easier to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. and get your break as many cards as you want. But in this case, we're only going to bevel a little bit so that we could get 2. And then just come here. So to make this look invisible is you're here, you kind of talk and you tilt back and you go 1, 2. And then you get your break and you're ready to go into the move. Okay, this next one is the Larry Jennings snap double, and it's the get ready that comes from the break of doing a thumb count and then going into a snap double by snapping the cards this way. Now this I learned from the late great Daryl, who this was his double lift of choice, and I used to do it for the longest time. And the way that you do this is by getting a thumb break first. So you're gonna thumb count 1, 2. Now from here, I'm going to put pressure with the thumb, creating a bow in here, the top, just enough for my first finger, right? My first finger to go inside, not all the way inside, just a little bit here. And now my thumb is going to readjust from here to here, popping that card out on this side, on the right side of the deck. Okay, so boom, boom, here, and then pop. Now from here, this whole side is exposed, so you're gonna right away go into the double lift, any double lift that we're gonna talk to in the next section, okay? So that is the Larry Jennings snap double, here, here, all right? Boom, boom, all right? And in speed, it should look like this. You're talking, you get your thumb count, and as you do it, you go straight into it. Very nice. So the last way to get a break is to not get a break. So what I mean by this is to do a double lift by pushing over 2 cards exactly, and you're doing a double push over rather than getting a break first and doing it. I have a whole tutorial on this double lift. It's linked down below if you want to check it out, and it goes over exactly the subtleties of pushing over 2 cards as one and doing the double lift from there. But we're not going to talk about that so much in this because there's a whole very long video on that. Okay, let's talk about actually turning these cards over now that you've figured out your favorite type of break to get. Now we're gonna go over them from, I guess, a beginner level to a more sort of advanced level, but of course these are my opinions on what I think looks better and more natural and less suspicious. So the first way of doing it, and this is the way that I started, was to literally get your break somehow, okay? And again, we talked about the breaks, get whatever break we're gonna get, and from here, you're gonna turn over the card like this. Now this in itself looks, I guess, very amateur-ish, but nonetheless, it works. Now to make this one look good, it's really gonna depend on what you're doing after the fact, okay? So if you're just showing the card like this and then it's changing, not very good. 2 movements, they're not matching each other. If you're placing it down on the table or whatever, you can make it look good by getting the break, showing the card just for a second, and now as you come back down, you could push it over and re-grip in this position. That's how I think that double lift can look good. But again, this is a double lift used a lot of the times in packet tricks, you know, when you have a packet trick and you just want to show like the top card or whatever, you know, it goes off just fine. So that's the first one. Now this could be also done by grabbing it in the same position and turning it over like this, all right? Now this, I believe, is what Shin Lim does for his double lift, all right? Again, this could look very smooth depending on how you do it. If you don't want to be very tight with your hands, you don't want to be rigid, you want to be flowy, smooth. So even if you do this one, right, you're open. Even if you do this one, you're smooth with the hands, okay? So you're here, and just practice this a few times by just taking it, turning it over, keeping that break, turning it over, all right? And it could look pretty nice, but not my favorite. Okay, this next one is probably the first sort of real double lift that I learned because, you know, when you're little, you do this, and then you do this, and I didn't really, you know, I didn't use that when I was properly performing. The first double lift that I used when I was properly performing was something like this, okay? And this was probably back, you know, 20 years ago at this point. But I really liked this, and I learned it from Magic Ballet. This is the double lift that he does. And what you do from here is after you get your break, okay, you come with the thumb and you're gonna turn the card over this way. So from here, get the double lift, your thumb is going to go inside of the break, and 2 fingers, the first finger and middle finger are coming on top. You're gonna bow the card downward, turn your hand from face down to face up, and that turns over the card like that. And I'm keeping all the fingers here as breaks. Okay, you can do it so that it's just the pinky, but I remember like I just used to get it really sort of high so that all the fingers are now there, so now I can come ahead and turn it back over. So here, here, show the card, and then turn it back over, all right? Now the next one is moving on into a more natural type of double lift, as you would think a natural thing would be, is to turn it over like this, like a book, pages of a book, okay? So the way that we're gonna do that is we're gonna get a break, however way that we do get a break, And now we're gonna go inside with the fingers, all right, inside with the fingers, and start to turn over the card. Now, a lot of people, when they do this, they try to turn over like this, and they're scared to sort of glide along the deck. All right, don't be worried about that. As long as you get a good grip here, bowing the cards upward just a little bit, you could come around and now you could turn over the card. Now, a lot of people, they also do this and they try to go and get that break again, and that's what makes it look awkward. It's like that, all right? So, I mean, my biggest tip is to not get a break when turning over the cards, because in any case, maybe the angle is not right. But if you must get it a break, this is the best way to do it. So you're gonna go ahead, turn the card over, and now you're not gonna go flush, all right? Because if you go flush, you might lose that break. If you put your pinky in, that could look weird, all right? So what I like to do is just go a little bit up, out jogged. Okay, a little bit out jogged like that. So what that's gonna do is you're gonna be allowed now to have a way to get inside and turn that double back over. The easiest way to do that is to press down like that. All right, so press down, and now you can reach in and grab that double and turn it back over. Okay, so from here, turn it over like a book, come a little bit forward with it, push down with the first finger and push back. Maybe now you get a break, but I wouldn't even bother. I would just push down, go back in with the fingers, and turn it back over. Now this is the ending of the snap double. So like I talked about before, you do the snap double, it comes outwards, then I snap it back up, get that here, maybe you can snap it here, and I'll turn it over. So that is the ending of the snap double. All right. Now, to make it look more natural, to turn it over like a book, this was the divergent double lift. So you get your break, and now you're going to pick up a little bit with your right hand, the two cards, enough to get your middle finger in there. All right, so this is going to be sort of the setup now. Now this should all be done while talking, and now the attention should be on it. Middle finger's inside, thumb is here, and it's gonna look like the thumb pushes off the card, all right? It's gonna look like the thumb pushes off the card, but what's gonna really happen is you're pinching it between the middle finger and the thumb, and that creates the illusion that you're pushing it off with the thumb, all right? And now from here, you can go into the exact same one as before, or from here, you can do double, come back over, grab that break again somehow, or don't even worry about it, because I always tend to think when you do this, you get a natural curve of the cards anyway, so you can lift off and get a break. And I'll do it again, push over with the thumb, pinch it, turn it over, and that can look more natural, okay? So here, show the card, that way. Now, if you want to get a little bit more fancy with this turnover, a lot of the times I like to add in a twist. All right, so for no reason at all, other than the fact that you want to show off a little bit, you can do the exact same thing. Come here, push over, twist, turn it over, okay? Twist and turn it over. And a lot of the times you don't even have to do the push over, because you can just grab the cards, pick them up as one, turn them over like this, and flip them back around, all right? So that's just a fancy way to do the kind of book turnover. Okay, now moving on to something that I used to do probably, 5 years ago, I'd say, before I started doing the push-off double lift, is doing it in such a way where you're here and you show the card like this openly, and you place the card down and put it into their hand. So the way that this works is that, again, you get your break however way that you want. Lower left-hand corner, you're gonna pivot it in the crotch of the thumb, all right? And that's what's gonna create a way to take that card and turn it around, all right? Now there's a few ways to do this. So again, break, you're going to place your thumb on the lower corner, right hand corner, and your ring finger right here is gonna go on this corner, all right? First finger is on top, and I'm going to come around, snap, and place it here, out jogged, or side jogged rather, so that you don't have to worry about getting a break, and now turn it back over this way. The second way to do that is to come around here and just come around with it instead of snapping. You pick up and you turn over, Okay, so from here, you're just gonna pivot it just a little bit and now turn it over. And again, still out jogging it. And like that. And the third way of doing it is a Stuart Gordon double lift by getting a break, and it looks like this. And again, they all have the same sort of action. So the way that you're gonna do that is the same exact motion, but instead of pivoting, all right, you're gonna just straight pick up from there, and this time more so with the middle finger over here, and you're going to bevel, or rather do this with the card, and start turning it over in the hand. So from here to here, almost like if you saw that last video, we're gonna get into the microphone grip, but that's exactly basically what you're gonna do. From here, start turning the cards over, and you're gonna use this part of the hand to align the cards so that they don't split. Here, here, okay? And now from here you can grab it, and the same way to turn it back over. All right, here, turn over, and there. One thing that I did want to talk about before we finish this video is the turnover itself, and how to not be as rigid. The one tip that I can give you is when you do the double lift, you'll realize that they don't separate as much as they should, or as you think they would. So for the most part, if you can come here and then maybe before turning it over, just give a little bit of a bend, then you can come very freely with your fingers and just be open and just toss that card out like this, you know? You don't have to make it a thing so that you come here and then you place it very carefully so that they don't split, you know? Come here, do this, grab it, open up, you know, and it goes to say with like everything, if you put too much attention on something, then they will put attention on it. No, you know, when I do a double lift, I talk, I do this, I turn it over, I look down, I go, is it the four of hearts? No, of course not. So watch the four, you know, and it's very nonchalant, natural, I think natural looking, and you could have a much better double lift by doing it that way. Okay guys, so before we end this video, one important thing that I want to talk about is the idea of naturalness when doing any sort of move, whether it be this one or any other sleight, that in our eyes as magicians, as sleight of hand artists, we want to try to make it look natural. And there's a difference between looking natural in the eyes of magicians and to spectators. Now, that first double lift that I show you, that might not look natural to us, right? It might look amateur-ish. But the simple fact is that we don't know how the audience perceives what looks natural or not. For us, a fancy double lift or one that we think looks cool might not look natural to them, and that might look suspicious, all right? So it might be even better, depending on who you're performing for, to choose your double lift depending on the audience. So if you are a beginner and those first ones are the easiest ones for you to do, then by all means do it, but just keep in mind the subtleties behind making the easy ones or the more amateur ones look good, like we talked about. So as long as you know that, I think your double lift will improve. So that's it guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching my tutorials. More tutorials on my channel, so if you are new here, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button if you learned something, and we will see you in the next video. Peace.
I got